Okay. There are four prayers that I feel are very powerful, and you really need to be careful with when you're praying them because they are powerful and you also got to be ready for them. One of the prayers, because I know every time when I have prayed these specific prayers before, it was like it didn't take long for God to do what He does. But like I said, this is personal. I've even seen, talk with some people. They've even said the same for them. So these are the four powerful prayers that I feel like you have to be ready for when you pray them. Like you have to be ready to make that step with God and to go there to, like, yeah, you have to be ready because he's gonna move quickly, especially if you're coming from a genuine place in your heart and it's where you really want to go, like you sincerely like pray these. It's gonna be instantaneous and you got to be ready. One of them is to create a clean heart within you. Anytime you pray this, which is in Psalm 51, anytime you pray that prayer, it's he's going to start working. All of a sudden your wants, your desires, your heart and everything is going to start changing. You're going to start wanting something. You're going to start seeing things differently. You're going to start thinking about things differently. You're going to start paying attention more. Your heart is what your heart was desiring is gonna stop desire. You're definitely gonna stop desiring things, even the things that you necessarily don't pray for, that you don't even pray for. So when you ask for a clean heart, he's gonna definitely start working on cleaning your heart, pruning it, getting the things out of you that you don't need in you. The second prayer that is very powerful to pray is to align me with your desires. When you ask God to align you with His desires, that's kind of like part two to part one. If you ask Him to do that for you, your desires, everything is going to change. I remember at one point when I was still on the fence about New Age, and I was coming back to Christ because I had took some time and went into like doing New Age and kind of seeing what New Age was about and everything. And so when I eventually, at first I was thinking like, yeah, there's a tie between the two. There is not. No, you can't do both. There's no way to sit and be all in your Bible and turn around and be on social media and being like, I'm a Cancer, I'm a this, I'm a that, and worshiping the astrology. Oh, I can't deal with this person because oh they're a Sagittarius, or oh they're a Taurus, or oh I can't deal with them, they're an Aquarius. You can't do both. So when you ask God to align your heart with His desires, things like that are going to start falling away from you, and you're going to start seeing those things more prevalent in your life. Like it's going to start popping up in places where you're going to be surrounded by these things that you're going to start seeing the things that, okay, where I'm starting to see God is working, God is wanting me to do something different. Okay. Third one is where you ask God to remove anything that is not of Him from you. Don't be surprised when you stop desiring those shows that you've been watching that you know you don't need to be watching, or whatever the case might be, or they may give you certain thoughts that you need to steer away from because it's going to lead you to a permanent sin and a stronghold. So don't be surprised when you pray that prayer, because when when you ask for Him to remove anything that is not of Him, it's going to be, and it's even going to hit some things that you didn't even know. Because when I first was coming back into it and was like reading my Bible for myself and everything, I always knew He talked about witchcraft, sorcery, and all that, but I didn't know that, in the midst of it, astrology plays a role in that. So with astrology playing a role in that, I had slowly got to die. My desires for hearing people being like, well, I do it because I'm a Cancer, or that's what I do, I'm a Virgo. Stop. No, that's a part of that too. That is in Galatians 5. 16 through 23, where it talks about that, like the sorcery, all that stuff. You're basically calling upon bringing in that what they basically created astrology wise and grouping personality traits to these zodiac signs. You're calling that spirit to you. Leave it alone, let it go. So don't be surprised if you pray that prayer, it gets removed from you. Also, fourth and final, this one's powerful, and every time I pray this one, I always end up surprised because of who's removed, because it's always someone that I didn't want to be removed from, and realizing they weren't for me. Remove anyone that is not of you. Be prepared when you pray that one. Because when you pray that one, you got to be prepared for it to look like friends, family, people that you love, people that you call sister, brother, maybe even your real sister, maybe even your real brother. Just removing anybody that is not of him, that's gonna take you from what he wants to do for you. You got to be ready for it, because it's always been somebody that you don't want to let go of or whatever. He knows the conversations that were had. He knows what was said in areas. He knows the heart. He knows how these people really feel about you. He knows your heart. He knows their heart. He knows their intentions. He knows how they want to move. So pay attention and make sure you're ready when you pray those 4 powerful prayers. Just a little advice for you.